Hey everybody, day 2 of Vlogmas, or I saw that Duncan from Back Away from the Donkey, Baft Books, wants to name it Bookmas, so I'm going to name mine Grosmas. I'm just kidding. I'm going to stick with Vlogmas. But this is day 2, and I'm going to give you my December. I really hope I can read all of this list. It's a nice list of stuff. It's all fiction. So it's not like I'm stretching real hard this month. So I'll just get into it. I started this at the end of November. I read a few days in it. I'm going to try and finish this by the end of the month. Well, I'm going to, because I'm at page 340 through 342, and I think it's close to 800. So this is going to be first that I try to finish, or that I'm going to finish. The Terror by Dan Simmons, and it just keeps getting better and better. So, I mean, I don't even know. I might hit a good vein tonight, because I don't have to get up early tomorrow, and I might finish it. Who knows? I've been known to do that. So, for our book club, we're back to Stephen King. I don't have the dust jacket with me. That's okay though. I think it's on its way to me. I'll just put this like this, and then as if by magic, this will appear. Thank you very much, Daughter of Graz.
You're welcome.
Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I'm going to talk off camera one quick more time. Will you bring me my phone, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're really good and set up tonight. But yeah, Fairy Tale by Stephen King, the newest book that he's released. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And this is our next book. Hopefully we can finish it by the new year. I doubt it, but because AJ is going back to work after a month of rehab from carpal tunnel surgery. So, A, she's anxious to get back to work. B, we're really gonna miss her here, because we've kind of really gotten used to having her here every day. It's been nice. And C, that will slow down the reading quite a bit. But this is what our book club is reading, is Fairy Tale by Stephen King. And we started it today. We kind of did a group thing. We read for an hour. We set the timer. We started at page 1 because we hadn't started it yet, and we just saw how many pages we could do in an hour. Some of us are a little faster than others, as you would understand, as you would think. So what I'll do is I'll just give you the quick numbers and go from lowest to highest. And there was no judgment. Everybody reads at their own speed. At least we're reading. AJ came in last at 27 pages in an hour. The Graz mother, my mom, came in at 49. I managed 58. Although for me and the Graz mother, we normally read a little faster, but the font's a little bit small, and we are starting to struggle a little bit more with eyesight. So I'm not making excuses. I just know that I used to read a lot faster than that. And then the Daughter of Graz came in first place with 62 pages in an hour. So that's that. Hopefully that doesn't, let me put that like that so it doesn't leave a glare. But that's what we're reading for our book club. Back to Stephen King. Other books that I'm going to read this month. I'm going to do this. The Jackie Collins trash novel, because I read a lot of serious stuff last month, and the terror feels pretty serious. So I need like a release, so to speak. So Hollywood Kids by Jackie Collins. Nice trashy, yeah. We were at Target last month, and I found this. It's 5 Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards. And don't you just love it how they put the sticker right over important stuff? I'm sorry, I'm going to complain about that a lot on this channel because it bothers me a lot. I mean, put it right here. There's nothing there. You know, put it over the New York Times bestseller thing at the top. Don't put it over the pertinent information like the author's name or stuff like that. But yeah, this looked really good. I'll tell you the graphic novels I'm going to read this month. I'm going to... I don't have screenshots of these, but that's okay. I can just show you. I will read Miss Marvel, No Normal by G. Willow Wilson and Adrian Alfona. Okay, that looks pretty cool. These are all in my top 100 graphic novels of all time series. There you are. Then it will be Uncanny X-Men, Days of Future Past by Chris Claremont and John Byrne. And that is... They made this into the movie. I think the movie was based. I haven't read this, so I don't know how close it is. So, and then after that, I will read this Asterios Polyp book by David Mazzucchelli. That's actually a graphic novel. I'm not looking forward to that art style, but we will see how that goes. And then last for the graphic novels is there you go. You were hiding on me. Grandville by Brian Talbot. This is kind of interesting because Brian Talbot was the artist on The Daughter of Her Father's Eyes, which I read, I think it was last month, for this same project. And I wasn't a fan of that book. Neither the artwork nor the prose. So I'm kind of interested. I mean, from what it looks like on the little blurb in the magazine, it looks like they're animals anthropomorphized. So that's going to be interesting. But that is the last graphic novel I will read this month. And those go really quick, although the Pollitt book we'll see. And then I have my first 7 books for my 1975 project. If you missed the announcement for that, I am going to try and read all the English language or English translated, translated into English books that were published in 1975, the year I was born, and try to get them done by my 50th birthday in 2025. So I start that this month. And I have the first 7 books. Audrey Rose by Frank de Felita. And I don't know anything about these books, so other than what it says right here. The New York Times best-selling novel of reincarnation. Over 2 million copies sold. So that's number 1. Well, I mean, it's one of them. I don't know if they're going to be in order. Below the Root, Book 1 of the Green Sky Trilogy by Zilpha Keatley Snyder. It's book 1 in a trilogy. I don't really know. Maybe science fiction? Not sure. It says Newbery Honor Author. So I had to get all these on Kindle because they were nice and cheap, and got them right now. This is one I think this is for some reason, the cover here is telling me that it's The Architecture of the Arkansas Ozarks by Donald Harrington. And for some reason, this is the one that's making me most excited. I can't tell you why. It's the picture. I don't know. It just looks fun. Up next is kind of a famous one that that I have heard of. I think it got turned into some sort of a TV show or something. It is The Choir Boys by Joseph Wambaugh. I think I've heard of this. It's like a cop thing or gangsters or something. But I think I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I like to go into these with no knowledge at all. But The Choir Boys by Joseph Wambaugh. And then we've got Rip Off Tarzan. Number 1 in an action-packed series by Piccadilly Publishing. It's Bunduki. Fearless Lord of the Jungle by J.T. Edson. Looks like a rip-off of Tarzan. So let's see what that is about, right? It almost looks like it's going to be a graphic novel, but I'm not sure. There is 2 more. Death Sentence by Brian Garfield. And apparently this is the sequel to... Oh, shoot. My mind went blank. It's a Charles Bronson movie, Death Wish. This is the sequel to Death Wish. So I guess I'm reading the sequel before the first one, which I guess will be fine. Whatever. And then finally, The Bowl of Baal, a Lost World novel by Robert Ames Bennett. I don't know if this is the Lost World that I've heard of, where there's dinosaurs and they like go back to the dinosaur era. I mean, there is what looks to be a plesiosaur on the cover behind this guy. I guess I'll find out, won't I? But yeah, that is the 1975 books for this month. Looking forward to starting that project. I took it easy on myself, I think. I mean, maybe we'll see. I don't know how big those books are. But if I end up with time, I got 3 books here. If I have time pile. I didn't even come close to it last month. But in October, I read everything on my if I have time pile and then some. Excuse me. But it'll be Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. Talked about this last month. This will be the first of the If I Have Time books, and my whole book club wants to read that now since we just read the Wizard of Oz. So everybody wants to read this. So that was a happy occurrence. And then the Lovecraft's Monsters by other authors like Neil Gaiman and Joe Lansdale. This is my second on the If I Have Time books. And then third, I have this. A Selection of His Greatest Cases, Sherlock Holmes, by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. But yeah, this is going to be the third of the If I Have Time books. Found this on my shelf. Don't know where it came from. Somebody obviously must have bought it for me, but it's a really nice... I think it's pretty fancy. Might not be fancy to some of you with your big-time books, but it's from Sirius. Like the star, not the emotion. So, yeah. And this has The Hound of the Baskervilles, The Red-Headed League, I'm not going to read you all these titles, but the final problem, the empty house. I mean, it's Sherlock Holmes, so you know what you're getting. But that's my I hope I can read list for the month of December. And this is day 2 of Vlogmas. So I started the month easy. A wrap up and a TBR. Whoop whoop. So tomorrow starts actual content, which should be the Dr. Sleep movie that I've been promising. I have a feeling that we are about to be visited. Somebody's going to say hi. You met Mickey.
Okay, hold on. I'll separate him from the harness. You grab him.
Go ahead. Come here, buddy. And you get to meet Jack. We got Jack, I don't know how many years ago. 7 years ago, Evelyn is telling me. Hey, look at the camera. There you go.
Wow, he looks just hateful right now.
His name is Jack O'Lantern, or Jacques du Lanterne. He is actually purring right now, and he is our best cat. One of them. I'm sorry. Mickey is probably the best. The one you met last time. The last time I showed a cat. This is Jack. Good boy, Jack. You want to go?
He's also the namesake for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's the namesake for the Daughter of Graz's channel, which you should absolutely go check out. She's doing Vlogmas too, with really cool animations. Not always cool songs, but you can't pick a winner every time. But anyway, big thanks to AJ for the camera work and setting up the shot and everything. Thanks to everybody who watches our videos, the few of you that interact. It's really nice interacting with you and becoming friends with a couple of you. And if any of these books seemed interesting to you, let me know. If you've read any of them and you know, maybe you got the feeling that I'm not excited about them, or you want to fuel my excitement, then let me know that too. You can even tell me if you didn't like anything. I just love to talk books, obviously, or I wouldn't have put myself in front of a camera on the internet, on the YouTube. Sorry, I'll see myself out. But anyway, I guess that'll do it today. I'm going to finish with another dad joke. I like those the most. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's go near the back this time. Alright. England doesn't have a kidney bank. It does, however, have a Liverpool. I guess not all of these are going to be winners, but that one's, I guess, a little chuckle. But that's my hopeful December. Without trying to write a story, I should be able to get through most of it, especially since I'm already about halfway done with The Terror and extremely interested. And a good portion of them are graphic novels. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow with something. Read more.